did you have any opportunity to go through the work that we went over?
Yeah, this very same evening, I went through the video and I also discussed with one of my friends. She was here, and when I told her, she was like, "Yeah, I know that you speak past rather than past and all
Yeah.
those things." So I
Well,
said that,
you just said past perfectly after the second
yeah,
time, so it's brilliant that you understand it. Okay, yeah,
yeah. And then I told her, and she was like, "Yeah, I'm quite aware of this, but it's just that all Indians say like this, and I never correct anyone." So I
yeah.
said, "Why don't you correct me like whenever I say?" And since then, that day, she has been correcting me all the time. Few
That's
days back,
really,
she was correcting me messages,
yeah.
and she was like, it should be surges or something like that. So yeah, I mean, she is like correcting me all the time these days.
You're gonna wish you never asked.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
yeah,
but
I
that's
mean,
helpful. You know, when you've got someone on your side who's willing to do that, that's very helpful because you'll continually be made conscious of it, and eventually it'll be unconscious, and you just do it. Um,
yeah,
yeah. Oh, great. That's very good. And then obviously when you're catching yourself, it's even better. But it's hard to because you're in your own skin, aren't you? And you're just living your life and you're doing your thing, and you just everyone reverts to their automated way of doing things.
yeah.
Yeah. It's
It's
it
like
takes it
it's
takes
so much in my subconscious mind that it's difficult to find when I need to correct myself. Sometimes even after saying that, I remember, oh, I should
yeah, yeah.
have corrected. Yeah.
Yeah,
So I
but
will come.
it'll change. Generally, some of these habits that we have, or not habits, or traits or whatever, if you're making adjustments, it can take a couple of months because the time you make yourself conscious of it, you sleep on it. The next day, you forget about it. Someone makes you conscious of it, like your friend, or you go through the exercises again. You're just a bit more aware. You sleep on it. That process can take up to a couple of months. So, but it's something you're definitely on the right track with that one. So that's great. Did you want to go? Maybe I thought we might start with an actual articulation warm up, just to actually get things a bit limber and moving and ready, because something that people don't tend to do, especially people who use their voice all day long or who have to communicate with others, don't generally tend to do a short warm-up. But it's really beneficial to do that because everything just sounds sharper when you do. But also, if you're going to speak for some time, it's beneficial to you to actually have warmed up your instrument. Like a runner, they all stretch before they go running. They don't just go running. If you're going to go speaking, again, it's a physical act. So it's not a bad idea to have something that you can use. So what I'll do, we'll go through it now. Just a short, 5 minutes. It doesn't have to take long. And then you can use that daily, perhaps before you start your day, because it's only 5 minutes, as something just to prepare yourself, just for speaking. So don't write anything down. You don't need to write any notes. This video is going to be put up there. You can come back to it, and I will list the order of things we'll go through. Is that okay?
Yeah, sounds great.
Yeah.
Thanks.
You've got a screen over here and a screen in front of you, haven't you?
Yeah, I have three screens because of like sometimes we need to do some modeling and we need to see.
Yes, I understand. Ymmärrän, as they say in Finland. Okay, so let's just start with the neck. I don't know what time it is. It earlier where you are?
No,
No, it's
it's
late.
10 o'clock, 10, 10.
It's 10. Okay, right. So let's just maybe perhaps start with the neck, the head and neck. So how are you feeling today? It's early, you've slept.
Yeah, I just came back from run, took shower, and I was ready to work. So yeah.
Great. Okay. So let's just maybe drop the head down, relax the head down, if you like. Are you standing or sitting?
Yeah, I'm sitting.
Are you
I'm
able to
sitting
put
on.
yourself in a standing position, or it doesn't? It's just more useful. Yeah, you can step back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. So just drop your head forward. Feel the weight leaning forward. Just I want you to breathe just naturally as you do. Pay attention to your feet being in line with your knees. So if you were to bend your knees, you want them to go in the same direction as your feet. This helps align your body better. And also pay attention if you're sitting quite a lot in the day, the hips do funny things, maybe you can just tuck them under a little bit more. So for example, if like this way, yeah, but not pushing forward, just tilt, slight tilt. Yeah, halfway between what you did before. So if you're like this, yes, great. So face me again. So it's just an area of, it's something to pay attention to. It's you know, you don't have to push it or force it. Just pay attention to it. Like, is it tilting back or are you pushing forward? Try and find the weight of your head as you have it down now. Just put it down again. And you're trying to keep the balance over your feet so you can feel it on all the pads at the front, the toes, the sides, and the heels equally. So if you have to move around to do that, this is the first thing you want to do, is just check in that the weight of your body is over your feet, nice and aligned, and your knees are unlocked, slightly bent, and your hips are just slightly tucked under. And then you drop your head down. And what we're going to do now, Saurabh, is take our hands over the top of our head. We're not going to pull, no pulling, just rest them. Relax your head, just rest the hands there. That will be enough weight for this exercise. So just do it now. I'll guide you through it. Breathing, keep breathing all the time. And every time you breathe out, just feel a length come into your spine. Remember, no pulling, just relaxing your arms. Okay, that's enough. So let go. Let your head float back up to the center. And now if we take your left hand over your head, so it's just the side there, do the same thing again. Just relax the head down and allow the weight of your arm, but no pulling. It's just guiding there. You see, you can touch your ear, so right over the side like that. Yeah. And so with this hand, you can take the rude finger, your index finger, and just point it away from you. Can you feel any lengthening happening there in your arm or your neck? Or okay, you can just move it around in circles, perhaps. Nice and gentle. Don't forget to breathe. Okay, that's enough for that side. We'll do the same on the other side. So draw your hand over, your right hand to the side. Don't be looking, no. You're hold on, you're twisting your head. I don't want you to twist. We're going directly to the side. So that's it, yeah. And now if you put your middle finger out and down, relax your shoulders. You lift your arm, but relax your shoulders. And then you can do some small circles. Yeah. So no pulling again. You're just suggesting length for your body. That's all we're doing. It's just okay. That's enough of that. So let's take, if you take your fingers or your thumb even, or you can have this like you're holding on to two little cups and put them on your cheekbones here. Can you feel that?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you just move down with your thumb at the bottom into
jaw.
Yeah, just literally under that cheekbone, but not as, I think you've gone a bit lower unless you've got big cheekbones. Now, if you feel that muscle that joins the top and bottom jaw, can you feel that?
Yeah.
Okay. If you bite together and squeeze by touching it, can you feel it?
Yeah.
You're not moving your hands, you're moving your jaw. So just keep your hands still with your fingers like this. You see what I'm doing? Oh, you've paused. Okay, yeah. So now just clench your jaw, only to feel the muscle. Okay, so now you take that thumb, and in the place where that muscle begins, where the bottom, the top teeth start, you're going to pull your elbows in like this. And you're going to keep those thumbs there and just slowly, gradually allow the weight of your head to fall forward. Maintaining your thumbs in there. Now, this should be very painful if you're doing it correctly. How does it feel?
Yeah, it's stretching.
Yeah. I'd even say so far as to come, if you were to come into the cheeks a bit more and then go back into there. So you're getting the edge of it. It's like a disc. And you want to get around the edge of the disc.
Yeah.
And it should feel uncomfortable. That's natural. We don't want to do that for too long, but it's a good one to do daily because actually people get a lot of tension in their jaw, which doesn't allow it to really act as mobile as it could, and that often tends to shut off our vowel sounds. And since one of the things we're going to be going through is differentiating some of those vowel sounds, Saurabh, it's useful to just limber it up a bit. We don't need to do too much, just a little bit every day. Okay, so let's do something with the lips now. Pointing forward, like a kiss. And then back in like this. Yeah, you don't have to make the kissing sound. I was just showing you. So forward, far forward as you can, and then back in. Much easier for me to do because I've got no lips.
Oh, okay, understood.
So forward and back in. Okay, now try and expand the whole face. See if you can open your mouth, your eyelids, your ears, everything. Ah, and then try and make it as tight as you can. Pull everything in. Close your eyes. Scrunch it up really small. And then open again. Ah, and then small. Okay, now we're going to take the tongue out, down, to the side, up, other side, down. Now we're going to go in a swishy circle. Now we go back the other way. Okay, now we're going to do a lip trill. I know you've seen some of my videos, so you may have gone through this before. Can you do the lip trills? Okay, you might find it easier if you take your fingers into the soft of your cheeks and just push forward a bit or pull back. You can make them looser or tighter to make it easier. Let's listen. Yeah, if you can make it, you can pull them back to make it tighter, or forward to make it looser. Okay, maybe you don't need them at all then. At the same time, let's just see if we can make some move up with our voice. So if we go high to low.
Just a second.
Use your fingers if it helps. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing. This might be hard for you. We'll see. With your tongue. Have you ever done a tongue drill?
No.
Okay. So I'll just do one quickly. It as a first timer, it might be quite difficult. We'll see. Yeah. Okay. So if you say the word drill.
Yeah, I can do.
Oh yeah, you can. Yeah, great.
Drill.
Now you want to kind of focus the energy more forward. So use your lips for that as well. So point your lips forward. If you actively use your lips like that, and then try it. Drill. Yeah, it's tough. I mean, I had trouble with this as well when I first did it. Yeah. So drill. So
I was meant to do all this.
If you put your tongue further forward, Because naturally, I think when you create the R sound, you kind of got a retroflex R. So your R is back there. But if you put it forward more, we're not making the R, we're just gentle. How about if I said the word purr?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Purr.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Oh, great. Yes. Okay, that's something for you to work on. You can even make a phone. All right. I wonder if you could do the tongue and the lips at the same time. If you when you get to do that, you've just saved yourself a lot of time in your warm-up, because that's all you need to do. Yeah, don't worry. It's not, it's tricky. It is tricky.
Yeah. Then I will quickly switch the network because sometimes it's pausing. So I will use one.
Okay. While you do that, I'll sharpen my pencil.
Yeah.
Is it all good?
Oh, just switching it. Yeah, I will be disconnected for just 2 seconds.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
I can hear you, but your picture.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can see you again now as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So let's revisit quickly the ST-SED words. You have on you have a line, don't you, right? The capitalist focuses insurance-based investments on the forest estates this semester. You sitting down, are you? Maybe I'll sit with you. I've got one of those fancy.
Whole setup is down, so.
Sorry.
Your desk can go up and down.
Yeah.
Or...
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's a little present I got myself when I moved into this office. It's a moving table.
Yeah, I have seen a lot of YouTubers using these. Like,
well, the thing is, if you can only sit, you tend to just sit. But ergonomically, it's much more beneficial for your body if you choose to have different levels to work at. So if you can stand and even have a different like midsection as well. So different, like a stool and a chair, or if your chair can move heights. It just means that your body's not stuck in one position and therefore creating bad postural habits. And I guess as a voice coach, I have to lead the way on that one because it's important. It's very important how we use a body. So do you have the line with you?
I have that web page which you have created for me, and I can see the capitalist focused, that one, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I can put it in the chat here for you if it makes it easier than looking in.
Yeah.
So if you open up the chat, you can see. So this line was a like, in a sense, a tongue twister, or just something to help with the dexterity of those difficult sounds. And I personally believe that once you can manage to get this right, there's no problem. You'll be able to do it all. But let's have a look. Do you want to just speak through it?
Yeah. A capitalist focused his insurance-based investments to the forest estates this semester. Okay,
so the sh crept back in, which is understandable. Yeah. So we're going to take it one word at a time, because if you say the worst, if you say since Barcelona.
Since Barcelona.
Yeah, exactly. So that S sound you can make. because that's in since is the same S as we want. And the Barcelona, that S is the S we want. So if we were to spell these differently and put C's instead of S's, you'd probably pronounce it correctly. And so just because it's like I guess in your own language. Yeah, it's in your own language. There's pronunciations are very different, and so when you put similar ones into English, yeah, it's your accent. You know, that's how you speak. There's like nothing wrong with that, but we just kind of make it a little bit more clear, and that's all we're doing. So it's the capitalist. So remember when we did the beatboxing?
Capitalist.
Yeah. So now if we go Barcelona. Yes. Yes.
Capitalist.
Yes.
Capitalist.
Yes.
Capitalist.
Perfect. Exactly. Let's move on to the next one because you pronounced that perfectly.
Focused. Focused. Focused.
Yes. Very good.
His insurance. Okay. Insurance. Insurance.
Well, actually, the first one you said was actually pretty more accurate. Insurance.
Insurance.
This one actually has the S, and there's an H in there. So this one you want the sh sound in. So it's there to trick you, really. Is insurance, but this time there is no H there, but we want it in there.
Okay. So that the way I pronounce it, it's correct, right? Insurance. Insurance.
Yes, perfect. Yeah, and this line is difficult, and that's why I gave it to you. So that's
based.
Yes.
Investment.
Investment.
Instead of investment.
Yeah. Finish the word because it's investments, so it's more than one.
Yeah. Investments. Investments.
Yeah.
Investments.
Yes.
On the forest states.
Oh, forest. Go through the forest again.
Forest.
Great.
States.
S.
States.
Yeah.
States.
That was the difficult one I've got here. Yeah.
States.
Yeah.
This semester.
Yeah. Great. So you've just said every one of them perfectly. You want to try it slowly? Get the whole line correct, just slowly, and we'll move on.
A capitalist focused his insurance-based investments on the forest states this semester.
Oh, wonderful. Now, without repeating words, just once through.
A capitalist focused his insurance-based investments on the forest states this semester. So
investments and estates, I think you're going too fast. So go through the whole thing, but keep it slow, maintain that, because you still, if you start learning those, if you're going too quickly, you're missing what we're trying to adjust. And some of these things need to take time. So really take your time with it. So we're going to run through one more time, slower, if you can, please, Saurabh.
Yeah. A capitalist focused his insurance-based investments on the forest.
Investments
on the forest states this semester.
Yeah. Okay, that's really good. I mean, it's day and night since last time when we first went through it, because you can recognize how to adjust yourself, and the fact that you can do that means you have the power. It's just then practice. So that's good. Go through this line every day. They'll have a little short 5-minute warm-up, and I'll list it below this video from today, and then I'll put this line on there again, and just go through it, and just, if you can, record yourself, listen back, and then correct yourself, or just go through. But taking your time is key. It really is, Saurabh. It's like, I was taking guitar lessons last year, And of course, I wanted to get further than I could, but because, you know, the synapses and the, you know, the way that the body starts to remember physical things it's doing anew, I was doing exactly what I tell everyone else not to do. I was trying to go too fast too soon, and I was making the same mistake every time. But by slowing it down and doing one note, dung, 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 at a time, I eventually got it right slow. Then I could speed it up just a little bit, and I got it. And now I'm much more dexterous. But so it's not a race. We're not trying to get to the end of the line. We're trying to correct the simple sounds. So there's no harm in just like slowing down. Yeah, especially in these sessions, because we are here for that purpose, you know. Yeah, so breathe. It's very important to breathe, apparently. But yeah, you have that. You can continue on with that one, and I've no doubt that it's going to come very naturally very soon. Now I put a new line on your page further down. We're not going to look at the diphthongs today, but they are there for you to read through.
The one, I think that one?
Diphthongs. If you look at the diphthongs, it says just below that line on the page.
Yeah.
At some point in this week, could you record those for me?
Okay.
Yeah. And then then I'll go through them just so I can check out the vowel differences, and because I know that vowels are kind of placed in a different area of your mouth in your accent, and so therefore some of them sound similar to others. And diphthongs are when two vowels come together, and so I just want to look at those. For example, like the word sad and said would be pronounced the same way in your accent, and so we want to get a bit more clarity in that differentiation, but we don't need to do it today. If you record those for me, I can have something definite for you for next week. But what I do want to look at is, I think that they both lather within the bathroom. I'll put it on the on here.
Yeah.
Now,
so
I'd like yeah, I'm going to put it on your on the chat again, so it's just there.
Yeah. So I think that they both lather within the bathroom.
Right. Okay. So this is an interesting one, and it's very common. It's very common, in fact, the whole of Southeast Asia, and you know, India, Pakistan, and many of those places do the same thing. And it's that you have what's called a TH stopping. So where you have, well, the TH sounds are called dental fricatives, because you need to use your teeth in order to create those sounds, like the and think. And I think that they both lather within the bathroom. Okay, so TH, in, for example, think is unvoiced, and the is voiced, the. So the sounds are the same, but only one has your vocal folds engaged and the other one doesn't. So one's aspirated, one's voiced, the. Now what happens, what you do naturally is stop the full pronunciation. So your tongue is behind the teeth, not touching the teeth. I think more closer to your alveolar ridge, which is the gum ridge behind your top teeth, if you feel it with your tongue. There. So I think that they both, you know, so it's kind of stopped. So it's not fully pronounced. And so and the reason why that's a problem with, you know, clarity and articulation is that there are words that do have T and D beginning, and there are words that have TH. And so they're different words, but you're going to start making a lot of words sound the same. And that can become confusing for a Japanese audience, for example, you know, or other international speakers. And so just to clear that up a little bit, what we're going to do is look at some of those sounds in this sentence specifically. And there's some exercises on the page already. So first, let's see how we can pronounce that, the th sound. So currently, if you say think as you do.
Think.
Okay, so we're going to go a little bit further with the tongue. We're going to go further than we need to as well. So if you poke your tongue out and then say think from there.
Think.
Yeah, okay. And so that was closer than what you are doing it actually, even though it's silly. But now if you start there and pull your tongue in, think.
Think.
Yeah.
Think.
Yeah. So and what we're going to do is just have it less than that, just a tiny bit, just the tip of your tongue. And I want you to do this. Yeah, blow the air over the top of your tongue. You know, if you're saying to someone, shh, like that.
Yeah.
Shh, now put your tongue in the way. Shh. That same placement of the air.
But the tongue is in between the teeth, right? And do I need to press the teeth?
Don't press your teeth. No. But it's just your tongue that's doing the work, and your jaw will respond naturally.
Okay.
But we're going to get that the idea of using the air in that way, and that's the starting point for the phonemes. So think. Yeah, so you've just reverted back. So you've gone tink, almost very Irish as well. Think. Remember that.
Think.
Yeah, that pink is clearer than tink.
Yeah. Think.
Yeah, but we don't have to be so hard.
Yeah.
It's very gentle actually. Think. Yeah, but no tink. Remember that it's the sound we're trying to make.
Think.
So what you're doing is start putting your tongue in the starting position, but then moving it and starting in the word. So don't try and make the sound. I just want you to like copy me, if you like. So this is the most important part.
I will put you on the bigger screen and.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. That's it. That's right. But now you've got to do is not start the other word like the way you said it before, because what you're doing when you were going think, but we want to go think. That is the beginning of the word.
So when you end it, you don't
worry about the ending. Just worry about the beginning, because that's the only part that we need to really resolve.
Think.
So you're starting there, you're taking it away, and you're saying think again. So start there and just go. Take your tongue away. No, I don't say that. Please don't say the full word. I want you to just say. Put your tongue in between your teeth.
Yeah.
Start breathing and pull it away. Yes. I know it feels very alien. I know it's a strange thing, but this is, well, let's just continue to do this a little bit longer, please. No, you see what you're doing? You've gone from to, so you're putting your tongue back. The start of the sound is there. You're sending the air through your teeth as your tongue is just there. You want to push the air real far forward. Not now. Now what you're doing is allowing it to escape around the side. You're going. You want to focus it forward if you can. So focus the air as if you're trying to send it out the top gap. I've got a gap in my tooth, but aim to send the air through that part of your, that gap in your teeth at the top, or at least through the top teeth. Can you whistle? Right. Okay, so if you can whistle, you can do this. Because if you try to whistle and use the air the same way as before, you'd be doing that. What you have to do in order to whistle is direct air very specifically and very directly to the front of your mouth and shape your lips. So why don't we try whistle, then put your tongue in the way. Okay, now relax the lips, but keep that air pressure the same place. Okay, so now don't worry about the whistling. Now we just take the tongue between the teeth, nice and relaxed, but then, but as you go, you're thinking that you're whistling without using your lips. Remember what happens when you whistle, you focus that energy and that air forward and small. So that's what you're doing, but without using your lips. So forget the whistle now, just the air placement.
No.
Yeah, but just the first part. Okay, right. I think you've nailed it, right? So now we're just going to take the tongue away. Yes, lovely. Very good, Saurabh. So now we'll do it a few more times, I think.
Yeah.
See if we can make it quicker. But what I don't want you to do is to go, because your tendency is to go. You're trying to make the sound as opposed to create the physical action as we're building on. So. Okay. Yeah. It's like, I'm going very fast, of course, but if you just do it once. So now, I want you to voice it. So go, if you can go. Yeah, you do, the air is there. Is that all you're doing is. It keeps going quiet. You're cutting out. It's the compression on the must be Zoom. Okay, right. So now you've got and the. So we want what we were doing before with the. We want to also try with the voice. So the. Ah, no, you've gone back to the way you did it before. So now the tongue is more important. The.
the, the.
First,
Oh,
first make the
I
sound.
don't use
I know,
lips.
it's
I
okay.
really use, yeah, I don't, you need to use lips, right?
No, no, no. Just, yeah, that was only as an exercise for to get your air direction forward as if you were whistling, and that was just to help guide you along the way. So if you find that you're using lips, don't worry about it. Yeah. Yeah, I think actually this is a good exercise. So that having the just getting used to doing that as yeah, yeah. Okay, so don't bite your tongue. Be nice and gentle with it. So just open your mouth enough to do
The,
oh,
the,
now,
the.
yeah, but be gentle with the sound, because your tendency is to duh, and that's when you kind of slipping back into the duh sound. So keep your tongue forward, very relaxed. Yes. Yeah, relax it and spend a little bit more time on the before you pull it away. Wow. Okay. Okay. So you can do it. It's there. Now, how we're going to practice this, I think what I'd like you to do is not to worry about the words so much yet. But if you look on the web page,
Yeah.
so under where it says vowel definitions of word beginnings,
Yep.
there is thu, tho, thor, the, sorry, thu, tho, thor, tha, they, the, thou, thi, and to, and underneath is thu, tho, thor, tha, they, thee, thou, thy. So what I'm
Both are
gonna,
same.
sorry?
Both are same, right?
Well, one is if you look in as in think, and the other as in that. So one is voiced, one is unvoiced. Let me, if you give me a second, I'll put these on the chat as well. 1 second. Yeah, so if you think of one as in voiced, basically they are the same, they're created the same way, but one is with without the voice, and that it really is as simple as it is. Let's so they're the same line, but one is voiced, one is unvoiced. So I think as an exercise, as something you can actually do to start working on discovering the physicality of this new way of pronouncing the TH. First, I think we start with the unvoiced. And what I'll ask you to do is spend a few minutes every day going through the, but like this. So hold the length of it for a long time. So thu, tho,
Okay.
thor, tha, they, thee, thou, thigh. And then I'm going to go through the others as well, just for clarity. Thu, tho, thor, tha, they, thee, thou, thy. So that's the pronunciations of them. And the reason we hold it at the front is because we just want to get used to that sound and then just slip the tongue away and finish the word. Ooh. So we are completely reconstructing the way that you create that sound, and it's a As you notice, is already quite tricky. And this is how we're going to do it. So if you can go through those, would you go through them now once actually before we wrap up today, just to slowly?
Yeah. Two.
Okay, so start with
Two.
yeah.
Two.
Think of stop, don't worry too much about the word, because what's happening is you're trying to pronounce the word the way you pronounce the word after you've said the th. So instead, think of this as a new word. I'm teaching you a completely new set of letters, and this is how we say those. So in order to be correct, what your tendency is to go do, because you're saying that, and then you're pronouncing it the way you used to pronounce it, but we're not. We're taking away the beginning part of the way you used to pronounce it and adding a different one. So it's a completely different word now. It's foo.
Okay. Do. Do. The. No.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
the same. I think.
Yeah, it's going to take
I'm
some practice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just quickly, the second one as well. How's the second one is different?
It's different, and it's written better on the site. Is that you add your vocal folds in, so it's exactly the same. It's though.
Oh, okay. Means yeah. In this, my vocal will also join.
Yeah,
That.
but I think as an exercise, it's very important to just create the sound and then end it with the vowel. Boo. And the way you create it is just by taking your tongue away. Your tongue comes back into your mouth and then the air escapes through your teeth. But that forward placement, very important. And just stay relaxed and take your time.